Well, it's Thursday afternoon, April the 30th of 2020. How's everybody doing today? See, we got a few people in here. Just a few names scrolling across the screen. Highland Homestead, Dutch Off Grid, St. Bernard Acres. Hi, Joe. Sonny's Place, Cecilia Jansen, Copper Kettle, Kiss My Grass. Welcome, welcome. Highland Homestead. J Love. Missy at Shore Homestead. How are you doing today? Let me get the wheels synced up over here. Maybe. Maybe. Hold on. So anyway, if you'd like to get your name put on the wheel, you can type !wheel in the chat, and our bot will give you the link to get to the sign up page. It is also listed in the description. And for those of you in a hurry, don't have time to stay, but you want your channel looked at, well, we've elected to do something here. Started this a couple weeks ago. Super Chat will absolutely put you right to the beginning of the list here. And welcome to Smudge's Peoples. Thank you so much, Copper Kettle Farms. Great to have you. Smudge is he'll be looking forward to giving you a big kiss. So thanks so much for doing that. Folks, if you'd like to become a member of Smudge's People, you can click that join button down below. It helps us to improve our quality to you, and it just helps support the channel. We don't have the same type of channel that a lot of other creators have, and we certainly appreciate that. It means a lot to us, and it helps go a long, long way. So I see we have a few people that have gotten their name on the wheel. I'm going to see if anybody's single man. Hello, how are you doing? So anybody got any questions? Anything going on new this week? As names are being added to the wheel, I'm kind of watching that over here in the other monitor. Homestead Dreaming. Joe, you get dizzy on the wheel? It's just like going to the fair. You know, you get on that thing that spins you around in circles. And Sean in Alaska, how you doing? How are things up north? I got a roof on my cabin, Joe says. She's Gone Country Farms. Thank you all so much for stopping in. Great seeing everybody here.
Red, planning on getting another computer. What should I look for?
Assuming you don't want to build it yourself. My My go-to pre-made computer manufacturer is Dell. That's not to take anything away from any others. But I've had a lot of experience with Dell in the past, and they've always, I think their support is absolutely second to none, and I can't speak to anybody else's support. I mean, they have a program that, if you buy on their website, I think you can even elect to have at-home support for a couple of years, where they will send a tech. This is after it's been diagnosed online, but they will send a tech to your home should you have any type of issue with that computer.
There you go. Copper Kettle just made her first ever chocolate ice cream. Does she know that you're coming over?
Chocolate ice cream?
Yeah. She's singing your song, Daryl.
So, gosh, how did this come about? Did you melt Hershey bars, or is it dark chocolate, or is it just regular chocolate? Milk chocolate. Walsh Farms. Andy's Journeys. Greetings from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I know where that is. We have driven through that area numerous times.
You want to see anything about they get a free local, they buy a mask? Oh, see, Sean agrees. Bought a Dell last year in their support. Yeah.
Okay, something else that Sherry is doing that, how do you want to do that? You want for just everybody that...
Everybody who's supposed to buy them.
Okay.
I haven't put a stamp on this, so if you want to, we can open this up and you can, this is your, no, we have, well...
We're having a brief discussion here, so just hang on.
There you go.
Oh, here I go. I was just going to put you on the screen.
Don't. All that junk.
All right.
They can't see me anyway.
You think they can see? They don't want to look at me. They'd rather look at you. All right. So what I've got here is a product that Sherry's been making. You know, for those of you that need or would like masks. And to give you the particulars, they're available in 3 sizes. We try to accommodate whatever you might like in colors, at least to a degree. And for anybody that's in the stream here, should you like to order one, we will include free on it, provided you have one. See if I can show this here. Your channel logo. Now these masks are actually done for Cooking with Doug. That's his logo. So it's attached to the mask there, and they're $5 a piece. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it's $5 shipping and handling up to how many?
Up to 5. Well, yeah. If they buy 5, it's $5 shipping and handling. If they just get one, it's a stamp. So it's I'm not going to bother with charging.
Well, it's gonna be more than a single stamp.
Oh, I sent out 2 the other day with just a single stamp. I sent out my sister's and Wanda's.
All right. So, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please send an email.
How are you?
Please send an email to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. You could put in the subject line mask, yeah. I suppose. That would help.
Cecilia, I did post it the other day. The ones I posted on Facebook It's different pricing because on Facebook you have to pay for your logo. It's $3 extra for the logo. But if anyone in our chat tonight is interested,
so the
logo is included.
This is a special for in the chat tonight. And it'll be very easy to go back and see if you were in this chat tonight. And
it's not, they aren't just a sticker where you can peel it off. I mean, you cannot. It's just like if you get a T-shirt at a store.
Yeah, it's
on there.
It's on there.
You know, hand wash, hand dry, blow dry, whatever, air dry, and it's on there. It's not the kind of peeling off sticker that you're going to find. And Daryl does those, and he can make one for most any logo.
All right, so we got a few more people that have come in, and I see the wheel is starting to fill up. So
let's dig it. I just love that name.
So let's go ahead and I suppose I should. There we go. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel once. Very quickly, what you see on the screen here, some of the things we're going to be looking at on your channel is the channel name. Is it easy to remember, easy to spell? Is there something odd about it? Is it something that you are, it's basically a must that you have to have a business card so people can find you? We're going to take a quick peek at your channel art. The channel art includes such things as the banner and the icon. Take a look at your channel description, email and links. Look at your playlists, give you some do's and don'ts on the playlists. Take a peek at your thumbnails. That's the most important thing on these videos, because that's the first thing people see is a thumbnail. How your channel presents itself, the channel presentation. When somebody comes to your page for the first time, that is your opportunity to make a great first impression. So how does your channel present itself? We're going to talk about channel trailers and featured videos and all that other good stuff. We do not get into search engine optimization. We do not get into keywords. We don't get into putting informational cards and things like that. These are all different things that you can do. And they do help, but they don't help so much for that initial view. I guess, should we just bring the wheel on and spin it? All right, here we go. Wheel is up. And give her a spin.
And the Hillside Homestead just made a comment.
They did.
Now I'm regretting adding mine because I'm so new. They were the first ones.
Hillside Homestead, you are on the screen here.
Spotlight.
Let me get you going. You are in the spotlight. Okay, for those of you that aren't aware, if this is your first time here, we ask you to put your name on that wheel if your name is chosen. We go into this other computer that you're seeing on the screen. It is not signed in. I want you to notice that up here in this upper right hand corner. We are not signed in. The reason for that is twofold. Number one, if we are not signed in, it can show absolutely no subscriptions. So we're coming to your page as a new viewer to you.
They're nervous.
They're nervous?
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh,
please
good.
Be kind.
Oh, good. Oh, good. We have nervous people. All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one who knows, Homestead Dreaming, spotlight time. It's totally worth getting picked. Well, yeah. Especially when you get it picked every week, huh, Kira?
The Hillside Homestead. And looky there, they popped right up. So that's first thing, very simple words, easy words, spelled correctly, the Hillside Homestead, easy to remember. They have 96 subscribers. They got 10 videos up so far. So let's take a peek at their page. Well, look at this. They got a nice looking banner up there. And everything is going to display on that banner. The Hillside Homestead, old-fashioned living in a modern world. New videos weekly. Okay. So the next thing, let's find out a little bit. I guess I should say I notice you don't have a trailer video. And I'm sure you'll see this if you stick around for, just a minute or two. If you had a trailer video, it would be playing right now, right here where I'm moving the mouse around. That's where that video would automatically start and be playing to any new visitor to your webpage. And you are lacking that, so that's something you can work on. Let's go to your About page, check your description, and see what we have here. Okay, description simply reads as followed. Simple living in a modern world, USDA Zone 6A. Okay. Hillside Homestead. That's a little bit barren. It's like you forgot to package the seeds to plant out there to sprout and bear the fruit of your efforts. This is your place to shine. Talk about yourself. Different things you can mention in here is although big kudos, USDA Zone 6A. Anybody else that's in Zone 6A, they're going to say, well, they're at least in the same general temperature range and so forth. If they do any gardening, but it doesn't say here you garden. So you might want to expand a little bit in your description that you're on 75 acres. You have a 150-year-old house that you're remodeling, building 3 new livestock barns and an equipment barn, and putting in a new half-mile driveway from a gravel road that's 45 miles from town, and you live in the middle of New York City. So in other words, everything I just said was bull, just crap. But the whole idea here is to tell a little bit about yourself. Don't give your street address, but do maybe say, hey, we are in Central Tennessee, or we are in Northeast Georgia, or we are in South Central Mississippi. In other words, give a general vicinity. To a lot of people, that's going to mean more than the growing area. Tell a little bit about what you do. We have 40 head of livestock. We have 40 cattle that we take care of. Or we raise goats and chickens and sheep and pigs and giraffes and elephants and rhinoceroses and.
Then their name would be Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle? Okay. So the whole thing is just talk a little bit about yourself. But in doing so, remember this very, very simple little thing. In your description, use very, very short paragraphs. No more than 3 lines. No more than 3 lines without a white space. So 3 lines, blank line. 3 lines, blank line. Keep it simple, make it easy to understand, and just let the words flow. Read it back 2 or 3 times. Have a friend of yours read it back. Have a friend of yours look at it and say, okay, what would you add? You know me. You know my property. What did I miss? In your details.
They said, thank you. I'll add more description tonight. Also, I only have 1 playlist because I'm waiting for more videos.
And that's fine. We haven't even gotten there.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just getting started with you, the Hillside Homestead, but that's okay. Don't run away.
I wonder why they're not all of a sudden nobody's green.
I've seen that program do that. It goes in and out for whatever reason. I do not see an email address here. YouTube gives you an ideal place to put an email address. It's hidden behind a CAPTCHA. If you're not signed in, it says you got to sign in even to go look at it, but it'll tell me that. So you don't have your email address here, and I think that's something that you really should have as an email address. And here's why. If we or somebody in this chat says, oh, we're in the same growing zone, and they're growing, I don't know, blue channel elf peas or something, and we want to grow those too. Maybe they want to get together on a collaboration. How are they going to get a hold of you? So put that email address in there. It's just it's an easier way for somebody to contact you to either ask a question, and you never know. You never know. It may not only be ask a question, do a collaboration. It may be a company saying, "Hey, would you be interested in representing one of our products?" So put your email address in there. You do have links to Facebook and Instagram.
Sunny's telling you to refresh. She's at 100 now. She must have hit 100 subscribers.
Great. Okay. Well.
Thank you, subscribers, for doing that.
All right, we're going to go look at the playlist, and absolutely she has. But now I'm seeing 3 playlists here. So anyway, let's take a quick peek at your playlist. And let me just start off by announcing what we feel and many people feel is the proper thing for playlists. The playlists are your conglomeration of videos, yours, for other people to view. You've simply grouped like-type videos together to make it easier for those people to follow that subject and find those videos. It is not for the person down the street's videos. It is not for videos that you like. You're doing this for your benefit. This is for your videos to show other people. Any of those other things, with one exception, we'll get to that in a second here. Any of those other things should be put in a private playlist where nobody sees it except for you. Now, if you have a collaboration going with other channels, that's a great place to combine all of those other channels with your video on that collaboration all together in a playlist and state right on it. This is our 6-foot bean plant collaboration with every channels in 2020. Just call it something like that. The other thing that we look at, we're going to find out here because I'm going to open a couple of these. We want to see if you remember to put a description here. And there is no description. There is no description. So it's important. And it gets real important here, as you'll see a little bit later. There's no description there. Let's take a look at this one. And there's no description here. Now, this video is not yours. In my opinion and many others, this doesn't belong here. If you want this for your reference to go back, just make this playlist private. If you're going to do a collaboration on solar power and living traditions is included in that, then that's another story. So that one doesn't really belong to you the way I see it. Let's check this one out. And there's still no, there is no description. There is also a lot of other channels in here. So again, it is, of our opinion, this is not the place for that. It's not the format for that. All right, let's take a peek at your videos. Take a look at your thumbnails primarily. Let me get a little bit more real estate here. And we know that you're just getting started. But I'll tell you what, your thumbnails for somebody just getting going, you're doing one heck of a job. Very nicely done. Here's things to look at in thumbnails. Number one is good clear pictures, and you have that. Facial expressions are a key thing. If you do have text on the thumbnail, it needs to be legible, and that means simple plain text, an absolute minimum of script. And I would say you've done that. You have one here that's jumping out as me, this planting horseradish, but the horseradish shows up very well as just, here, let me get my magnifying glass here. But the horseradish shows up very well as without the script. This is kind of a semi-script. It's a script print almost, but that's fine. That's easy to read. The other thing is, if your text on a thumbnail is not adding to, if there's no value add, there's no reason to have it. So looking at this one in particular, you have put the text on your thumbnails, propagating elderberry cuttings. Well, when I look at the title, well, it's propagating elderberries for free. It's pretty much the same thing. Now stop and think what a thumbnail does. That's something that that's the first thing your eye sees when somebody's going and looking at a page in YouTube. That's the first thing they're going to see is the thumbnail. That's going to draw their attention. So you have a whole page full of pictures you're competing with. If it's drawn their attention, then they go and read the title. If they find it interesting enough, they then go and look at it. So just as food for thought on this video, what's up?
My live stream disappeared. There it is. I had a refresh.
Okay.
Twilight Zone. There we go.
All right. So just consider on this, if you use the same picture, and instead of putting this text on the thumbnail, if you just use the word free in big bold letters, exclamation point, free, and then talk about what's free in the title, that's an attention getter. So it's just another way to do what you did, only to perhaps garner some more attention. And I see you're into the free and low cost or no cost items here. So the grape arbor for $0. Grapevines, potatoes, and composted wood chips.
Yeah, her grape arbor is pretty cool, because that's the one I think that was the one I commented that you built one for our grapes also.
Okay. So no, you've done a really nice job here. I think you're really on a good track. Just something to think about. And while you're thinking about it, and we'll say this, I want to say it right now so I don't forget it. Things you can always change on your videos. You can always go in and change the thumbnail. Doesn't cost anything to do that. You can always go change the thumbnail. You can change the title. You can add things like informational screens, end screens. And obviously you can also change the metadata on it and add different keywords and stuff on the tail end. But the thumbnail and title, those are the big key items. So you can take a video that maybe doesn't perform as well as what you thought it should, and as you're a couple weeks into it and you don't know what's going on, just reintroduce it, put a new thumbnail on it, put a new title on it, and advertise it yourself again. Go into a Facebook group that allows it, something like Small YouTube Homesteaders, and or our Facebook group, Two Family Homestead, and promote your video. All right, let's go see your homepage here. We briefly talked that there was no trailer, and you just have the default configurations here, but you're just getting started. You don't have enough videos yet. This is fine. You'll see with other ones down the road here some different things that are done. Great job. I think you're 3 steps ahead with not even a half a step backwards. Just keep it up. And as I see right now, she's up to 104 subscribers. So, Hillside Homestead, thank you so much for coming. Let's go spin.
How often do you recommend to change it? Do you recommend changing it every day? Changing thumbnail every day? No.
That would, for Moki, that would very quickly become out of control if you tried to change thumbnails every day. No, you don't have to do that. But I do know some big channels that sometimes within the first 6 hours of releasing their videos, they'll try 2 or 3 different thumbnails. And they'll watch that video closely to get a feel for which thumbnails may be working better than another one. So, just something to think about. All right, let's give the wheel another spin here and see who our next target is. Highland Homestead. Highland Homestead has 237 subscribers with 101 videos. Very unique looking logo here that's got some different livestock on it, everything from chickens to turkeys to pigs and goats, it looks like. Let's take a peek at their page. Look at that beautiful picture.
Wow.
The only thing lacking on this picture is your name.
Yeah. No links either.
Yeah. So there's your name's not here, and there are no hotspots down here to get into a like a Facebook or a Instagram or something like that. But beautiful picture. Boy, you've got the makings here of something really good. Now, they have an intro to our homestead as a trailer video here. It is 2 minutes and 33 seconds long, which is fine. Typically, we recommend somewhere between 30 seconds and 3 minutes in length. Excuse me, on a trailer video. A lot of folks will say.
She said she knows about her name on the banner. She doesn't know where to put it.
Oh, you just put a sign in your front yard there, put it on the sign. You know, like there's just no. if you want some ideas, send us an email. We can get together on a couple email chats or something, and maybe I can give you a couple ideas. So your trailer video is 2 minutes and 33 seconds, and it's obviously, I should say it's not obvious to you. It is obvious to you that you're not hearing anything, because I do not run the sound on people's trailers videos, and I do that for a couple of reasons. Number one, I never know what they've done. And if you have copyrighted content from a music standpoint, well, I don't want it coming in and biting me. So we just don't run sound on somebody's stuff, but we can glance at it here. But I can't hear it. Now here's the problem though that I do see with what you have here. The length is fine. I'm going to assume that there's a voiceover and maybe some musical background or something in this. I'm going to call it a slideshow presentation. There's nothing wrong with a slideshow presentation. However, let me restart it, refire it. This was done with a cell phone, which is fine. Cell phones take great pictures. But if you hold that cell phone, and I'm down in the lower left-hand corner, for anybody wondering. If you hold that cell phone in this fashion, that's what you get. You get those black bars down each side. Just simply hold that phone horizontally. It'll fill up that picture screen so nicely, and it just presents itself so much better just by turning that over. Okay. Let's jump back to the About page and see a little bit more about Highland Homestead. Description reads as follows. Welcome to our homestead channel. We are located in western New York in the southern tier. Eva, also known as Go-Go Mama, and Dave, also known as Big Daddy. We have 17-acre property with a log cabin and a beautiful barn full of animals in it. We will be focused on homesteading. This will include fun vlogs of our journey around the homestead, barnyard follies of the animals, country life, with video of the property. Hunting includes turkey, deer, bear, and small game. Fishing in our pond, which includes smallmouth bass, rock bass, carp, sunfish, cook, clean, and eat. I'm not much of a fan of eating carp, but I guess to each their own here. I'm a country girl living out her dream of having a homestead. Gardening, which includes canning, flowers, and wildlife, we see here on a daily basis. We will also be harvesting vegetables and animals also. Well, I like the way you snuck that in to dispatch the animals. We'll be harvesting vegetables and animals. Just snuck it right in there. Lots goes on at all times on the homestead, so sit back and enjoy the ride with us. We always try to keep it as real as possible here on the homestead. Thanks for watching. Joining with us as we try to put our out vlogs daily. And you have your email address here, as I mentioned before. If you notice, it says sign in to see email address, so I know you have an email address here. I'm assuming it's yours and you didn't put down your neighbors, but anyway, you have an email address here. The only thing I don't see here that is available to you is links, and those links can be to places like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any approved website, any YouTube approved website. They're not gonna want you to go to 123adultme.com, but any approved website you can put a link to. Playlists. Let's see what you have in playlists. You've got a couple of playlists. So I'm just going to randomly open up a couple. I want to see if you have descriptions on these. Let's do the rabbits one here first. And you do have a description. It's a little bit on the short side, but there is a description here. So kudos for that. Let's do the goats. I'm just wondering if she's sitting there going, well, don't pick this playlist because I forgot to put a description on it. If that's the case, well, you got a short description on this one too. Okay, good deal. I'm not going to go through all of these. We're not going to take time to do that. You can certainly double check yourself. Take a peek at your thumbnails. We'll get the last 18 on the screen here. Okay, overall, the thumbnails are good. I'm not going to say outstanding. I'm going to say they're good. Now, there's a couple things here that I've noticed that it looks like maybe you're still trying to find your little niche in doing this, but you've taken your logo and you've I think on almost all of these you have your logo on the thumbnail, but you have it in different locations, done in different ways. So I don't know if you're still just experimenting, trying it out or whatever, but that's what this little red blob is down in the lower left-hand corner. I think that's a great spot for it, to be honest with you.
Don't mean to interrupt. I'm going to, so I don't lose the question. Someone's asking if there was a way to download a video from an old YouTube channel so they can put it on their current YouTube channel.
So if you're going to ask me, is there a way to download a video from YouTube? Absolutely. Whether it be
Lazy Bunny Homestead. Okay. Now I know who you are, Christine. Thank you.
Whether it be
yeah, I was wondering the same thing, Ted. Because they already had it on a YouTube channel, can you put it on a current one? Won't you get slapped with?
It's your channel.
Right.
Okay, so you will probably get a notification that says there's a potential copyright issue here.
Oh, okay. That's what I was talking about.
And if you would elect to force a takedown order on yourself, so that's but yeah, you can do that. I don't know what the I would not look at it as a help standpoint, but absolutely keep in mind that if you let's just say you put up a video a year ago and you downloaded it, it was channel ABC1, and now you are currently operating on ABC2. So you download this from your previous channel. It was put out a year ago. When you upload it to the new channel, it's going to show that on that channel as a brand new video. None of the views come with it. None of that stuff comes with it. It has a new date. It has a new link, a new URL, and it is, for all practical purposes, it's a brand new video. Okay. Where are we at? Oh, Highland Homestead. Let's talk about your thumbnails. I don't like to see this one. This one has been squished. It looks like somebody just took your head and swooshed it down. If you're going to resize, try to maintain
proportionate sizes?
Proportionate, yes. Thank you. Yeah, do it proportionally.
Also, you can't read the red. The red is very hard to read.
Yeah, it blends in. It blends in. And this is a little bit on the small side. After this breeding season, he will retire. It's obvious that you can see that your logo is...
Yeah, that's the word, Sean. Aspect ratio.
Yes. that your logo is, number one, it's so busy that in that small of a format, it's not legible. You can't tell what it is other than just knowing that that's what your logo is. But it does give that same little blob on the videos, and I think that's a plus. That's my opinion. The other thing that we haven't talked about here, and I still don't have a good reason to talk about it, but I am going to mention it, is the lower right-hand corner of every thumbnail you create is owned 100% by YouTube. No matter what you put there, YouTube will block it because that's where they put their timestamp. So if you have any verbiage down the lower right-hand corner, it's gone or half erased. If you have something important down in that lower right-hand corner, it's gone. It's covered up. So just keep that in mind. You got some great expressions here. You've got some pretty good clear pictures. Same thing applies if the verbiage in the thumbnail does not add to or enhance the video. Leave it. Forget it. Don't bother with it. If you put too much in, it makes it too busy. Okay. Let's go look at your home page. And you have done some rearranging. So let's see what we have here. The uploads container, and I call all these groups containers. That's your default container to hold your videos for people to see. So you've gone in and you have added to this page. You simply used an additional container that was supplied by YouTube that says recent activities. I'm not a fan of this, especially if you have the uploads container. And here's why. The first one under recent activities is the first one under uploads. The second one is the second one. And so on and so forth. So these first four that you had right here are just repeated right here. There's nothing new. You've got a finite amount of available space here. Make the most of it. Don't duplicate. So, generally speaking, you are in much better means to showcase your page by using individual, not groups, but individual playlists. So just for example, if you were to Coffee with Go-Go Mama, use that as a playlist for the front. Homestead Living, use that as a playlist for the front. Chickens, use that as a playlist for the front. Just pick out 4 or 5 of these, maybe seasonal. If you have playlists that revolve around seasons, like planting the garden, or if it's Christmas time, like Christmas on our property, or if it's I don't know, if you have a playlist on a drought or something that's seasonal and yet current, relevant, use that as a playlist on this homepage. And you will quickly find that you have no reason to have this uploads container on here. As you can see, you have your option of horizontal or vertical formats. And the other plus is every one of those individual playlists, your description will show on this front page. So again, it's more chance for you to promote yourself and gathers people attention. Highland Homestead, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. What is it Hank says? How about you? How about you? Don't know where Hank is today, but all right, let's go spin the wheel again. Uh-oh. Here we go. We're stopping in somebody's front yard, the lemonade stand, making lemonade from lemons. Just for curiosity's sake, isn't that kind of a redundant statement? I mean, what else would you make lemonade from? You wouldn't make it out of limes. You wouldn't make it out of root beer.
Maybe that's what she made it that way.
She made it that way just to confuse me?
Just to confuse you. Did it work?
No, I'm not confused.
No.
Making lemonade from lemons. Oh, and congratulations to Making Lemonade from Lemons. They just went over 1,000 subscribers here in the past week or so, I think.
Yep.
And so we want to mention that. It says here they have 132 videos up, just over 1,000 subscribers. Okay, and
Ted, you're crazy.
The banner, just pops that name right out there, and that's fine. You could consider possibly adding to that a little bit. Like, we put out 4 videos a day, but we only publish on the 5th Tuesday of the month. So, just little things you could potentially add to that. They do have a channel trailer going here. It's 2 minutes 35 seconds long, and I'll just want to share with everybody in here, if you're not watching these folks, they do a really nice chat, a live stream. I can't think what night it is. Can you help me with that, Sherry?
No, I'm going to let you figure it out.
I have no idea, but they do, and those kids are in attendance, and they're very, very well mannered, and she keeps them in line that way. I think she has a little switch under the table, maybe. Keep them on their toes, but no, they do a great live stream every week. Let's go look at the About page and see if it will tell us. Description reads as follows.
Yeah, Tuesday nights.
Life can be hard sometimes, but we do what we can with what we have to make life sweeter.
Yeah, they are an hour before Samson.
The good, bad, and ugly can teach us a lot about gardening, cooking, canning, and living the best life we can despite the struggles. I'm a wife, homeschooling mom of 3 boys, and an Army Iraqi combat veteran living in the Piedmont region of North Carolina in gardening zone of 7B. We currently live within the city limits, so we are urban homesteading currently until we can find more land. Getting my hands on the soil is very therapeutic to me with my anxiety issues, but it is physically difficult, so I'm learning to make adjustments to make it possible. I have felt called back to the land because of our broken food system, and I want my boys to learn how to grow their own food. 3 to 4 videos will be released weekly. Join me in my journey to help our family live the best life we can and become more sustainable. I also do a live stream Tuesdays at 6 p.m. So, folks, I was talking about that live stream. There it is, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They also have a post office box mailing address for snail mail, or for those of you that maybe your stimulus check was overpaid and you'd like to give them a little bit extra or something, you can send it to their post office box. And that's in Salisbury, North Carolina. Their email address is in the right location. They have links to Instagram, PayPal, Facebook, and they also have an Amazon affiliate link and an Amazon wish list link. And, of course, those are also reflected up here on their banner. There's a couple things in your description here that don't flow very well off my tongue. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with it. My tongue is not the most flowable vehicle for wording here, but there are a couple things I just found it a little difficult to read and speak fluently. And I'm just getting grinned at over here. All right, let's jump back to the playlists, and they have a couple. So we're going to open up this cooking one just as a first representation. And yes, there is a nice description in here. So we'll go back and we'll try another one. See if we can catch them here. We'll do the homeschooling. And yes, I see that their homeschooling maybe is a little bit behind. They only have 2 videos here. All right. Nicely done there. Let's take a peek at your thumbnails. We'll get the last 18 on the screen here. Okay. I think you have some outstanding thumbnails here, and some that are not quite so outstanding. So let me explain what I'm seeing here and the reason I say that. Number 1, good clear pictures in focus and amazing facial expressions like this one. Just fabulous. Draws people's eyes to it right away. Some that are not so good. At least as I know, this was from your live stream, but everything's a little bit on the small side. The lettering is a little bit small. The one to the left of that, well, okay, you got a plant here, and if I'm looking at a new plant, I look at the title, it says planting tomato plants in grow bags, but I look at the picture and I'm not seeing a grow bag. So it's a mismatch in my thought, in my eyes. Just something to look at here a little bit. Try, if you do use text on your thumbnail, number 1, try to make it relevant. Has to be relevant. It has to add to. If it doesn't add to, leave it off. If you do have it, make sure it's legible. Make sure it's big enough it can be read. Okay. Take a peek at your home page. And you have playlists. And for those of you that maybe that we've already gone through, this is where that description shows up on this front page. I think this is the first one we've done tonight that has this. So here is a playlist description. Then put the uploads underneath that. Then another playlist. And of course the description is right here. Another playlist with the description. Another playlist with the description. So, great job. Great job. Nicely done. Nicely done. Any questions of us making lemonade from lemons? We appreciate you. Glad you're here. And want to see more of your content. So, go check them out, folks. She's offering a special this week that if you subscribe to them and you don't like their content, she'll give you double your money back. Just didn't cost anything. You get nothing. All right. Spin the wheel again. Let's see who's next. Andy's Journeys.
I don't know if they're in here. Well, they were earlier. I can't attach to them.
Andy's Journeys, are you here? Andy's Journeys. Approaching 3,000 subscribers. Got 314 videos. Andy's Journeys. Very unique banner here. The name on the banner, everything is going to show well on any device. Maybe lacking in information here as far as when you upload, or you could add some information here on this banner. There is no trailer video, so that's the first thing I noticed. We'll get back to this first page here in a moment. Jump to the About page. A short description, and it reads as follows: checking out tourist places, old history, and hidden places to see what is and what could be and what is left.
Oh, Andy's back.
A bit of something for everyone. My home base is Chattanooga, Tennessee, but I try and film everywhere I go. Everything from abandoned buildings to roadside attraction gold. If you like the videos, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Everyone have a fantastic day. Got your email address in here. You have links to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Teespring. Okay.
He's wait a minute, where did my intro video go? He had one.
No, it's not here. It's not here. Did you put it in the featured channel, which I can't see because I'm not signed in? So, all right, there is no channel trailer video. All right, playlists. Take a peek at those. Got a couple, and he's got these. Looks like divided out into different areas that he travels to: cemeteries, Rock City, touristy things, history, cornucopia, favorites, so on and so forth. So let's...
he said it wasn't featured, it was right below home.
Well, honest, I didn't take it because I was looking for it. We're going to open up the cemeteries playlist first. And you do have a description here. Nicely done. Now, what I find interesting is here is you have got 3 different playlists here that must have as much cross as possible to have the same video in all 3 of them, right on the top. So let's look at touristy things just to see if there's description. And there is. And I'm going to look at one more. Normally I stop at 2, but I'm going to look at this one because you got so darn many videos in this one. This almost looks like a collection of all your videos. I was just going to briefly glance through just to see that if they were all yours or if there was something else going on here. And they look like they're all yours. A big playlist of all my videos, just in case you want to watch back to back. Andy, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but typically when somebody goes into your video tab, they can play them all right here. So I don't know if you were aware of that or not. You don't have to create a playlist. You don't have to maintain that in order for somebody to play them all. Okay, looking at your thumbnails, the last 18 of them up here. All right, I get to cry and rant because I can see that you have text on a high percentage of these thumbnails, and just so that we have an understanding here, I can tell there's text there, but I cannot read it sitting at a reasonable distance from my 15-inch computer screen that's set on a 2560 or a 1080p resolution. It's too small, it blends in. You just cannot read them. Now, we're going to help myself a little bit, and I know my age maybe has something to do with it. Okay, if I bring up my magnifying glass, I can see part of this. I can read Ruby Falls lower lot something update. There's nothing here. This one, if I look real close, it says 6th Cavalry Museum. Now, this is another one where you've put this in this lower right-hand corner, and YouTube has partially covered that information with their timestamp.
Also, the red is difficult to read. Maybe outlining it in black. That way the red will stand out.
Black or a white or
right. But when you put it down the corner, that's YouTube, YouTube/Google territory.
Yeah, they will cover that up with their timestamp every time. But now this one here, just 4 videos ago, even with my magnifying glass, I'm sorry, it blends in too much, can't read it. This one, Confederate Cemetery, Chattanooga, I can do that with the magnifying glass. But, not everybody's got one of these magnifying glasses on their computer. So,
plus, if my thought, and not that means, hill beans, if you already have a title under your thumbnail, why put the same title on your thumbnail?
Yeah, and we have talked about that.
Yeah, shadow text. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to get to, Nathan. Yeah, red and black outline. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have talked about that.
Grandpa's Farm, how you doing?
There's if the verbiage on the thumbnail does not enhance, if it's a duplicate of the title of the thumbnail, it's not enhancing.
Yeah, it's redundant.
It's redundant, doesn't help anything. It's garbage. And nobody wants garbage on their page. So I think your thumbnails overall can use some work. And just going on back, there's a couple of them here. This one you can read. Another cloudy day, you can see how that red will stand out better on this dark black background. But the font size is also much larger. All right, so much for that. Let's go back to your home page. And because and number one, I applaud you for changing your homepage. To me, that shows somebody cares about their channel. They want to modify it. They want to make it theirs. But you used a default container here called Create a Playlist. Because it's a default container, it doesn't show, it just groups all your playlists together. And all of your efforts of putting descriptions into those playlists doesn't register on this front page. So take the time and showcase yourself individually. Get your most important playlists out front here. Do 4, 5, 6 of those. And that really gets you going. You've also used popular uploads. Now, there can be and I understand if I put popular uploads on my homepage, then people are going to say, oh, well, here's a video that's got a lot of views, and it's been pretty popular. But one of the other downfalls to that is, oh, this video is 4 years old. This video is 2 years old. This video is 3 years old. This one's 3 years old. Here's one 4 years ago. What, this guy doesn't have any current content? I'm leaving. I'm going elsewhere. And that's the thought process people can have. So I'm not a fan of popular uploads. Andy's Journeys, thank you so much for coming in. If you've got any particular questions or would like to chat about anything we've talked about or investigate it further, please email us, gfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Be more than happy to engage with you and go a step further. Is there... I'm looking for a name on the wheel. I'm not seeing it. Money Pit? Is Money Pit in?
Money Pit. Yeah, Money Pit's here.
All right.
They were a little bit ago.
Yeah, Money Pit Homestead. Okay, so we're gonna do something here. Money Pit Homestead got a hold of me. Was it 2 weeks ago? They sent an email.
Last week.
They sent an email, and they wanted us to go look at their page, and I've been swamped. Sherry's been making these masks, and I've been cutting material and playing mechanic on her sewing machines, and that is plural, machines.
Yep, there's Money Pit. Okay. Yeah. Well, one's a sewing, one's a technically an embroidery, but sewing machine. But that one we saw at Joanne's was really nice.
You mean that thing that was, what, $16,000?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend $16,000. It's not going to be on any tabletop sewing machine. At that point, we can get one of those multi-station embroidery things that you just go into the business on.
The Lears are afraid to put their name on. And Copper Kettle said, the Lear, it's not bad. Daryl is unusually nice, or usually nice. Kudos.
Okay, Crystal. Got your number. All right. But no. Anyway, I wanted to go see Money Pit Homestead because I was so busy.
He's been dragging his feet about answering you. Let's face it.
Well, and I responded and I said, hey, I've been busy, and you responded in kind that it was nice, but they wanted us to look. I did go look, but I didn't get back to them, so we're going to bring them up here real quick.
Hey, David, how are you?
Money Pit Homestead, they have 186 subscribers, and they have 20 videos. Now, I'm going to kind of rush through this Money Pit Homestead because we have already started an engagement via email. And so you got my number and I've got yours. We're going to bring this up for everybody to look at, and I'm going to go through it pretty quick. And then for more questions, we can just continue to be engaged offline or whatever. All right, you've got, and if I remember right, the last time I looked at this, you didn't have any type of a banner. There's still no name on this banner. So that can be, perhaps you're not sure how to go about doing that. That's something that we get into on Tuesday nights, especially if anybody has a question on our Tech Tuesday. We'll get into editing and placing things in the descriptive areas so they're seen where you want them to be seen, as far as banners and logos and all this other crazy stuff. So for some reason I'm thinking there was absolutely no banner up here before when I looked at it before, but you do have a banner. Now we got to get your name on it. Another popular thing that's put on the banner is a snippet of information as far as videos uploaded weekly or something along that line. Let's go look at your About page very quickly. And you have got one big paragraph, and that's a no-no. We talked about that earlier. The description should always consist of multiple 3-line maximum paragraphs. Once you get more than 3 lines together, people's eyes go nuts, and they don't read it. They give up. And I don't know if that's just a computer thing or what it is, but I mean, it's been pretty much of a proven thing that you get more than 3 lines together without having white space, and the comprehension just goes right down the tubes. So I would strongly consider rewriting this where you have a multitude of 3-line short paragraphs, 3 lines or less. But going through this, let's see what it says. Hello, my name is Donald, and my wife's name is Lisa. This channel is something we decided to do because we wanted to leave something for our children as well as grandchildren to enjoy after we are gone. It is also about building our farm and turning it into a real homestead as we get ready to retire. So please join us as we live this wonderful life and share with you the good and the bad, as well as leaving wonderful memories. Hopefully you will want to watch and enjoy, and we will make a few good friends along the way as we do everything that we need to do on this farm without growing broke. Well, there are a lot of reasons we have named this the Money Pit Homestead. With that being said, please join us on this journey of real country living here in central Kentucky as we leave something for our children and grandchildren, as well as you to enjoy. So that's a nice write-up. It just needs to be a little bit more legible. So your homework assignment, should you choose to accept it, is to go through and pretty much use this same. I didn't really see a big problem with the verbiage at all. I mean, there's some things you could change, and as you rewrite this, you may decide, well, maybe something sounds a little better or rolls off the tongue better. But just get this spaced out into no more than 3 lines in a paragraph. Good examples include
Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. There's one in here tonight too. That what's her name? Kira.
Homestead Dreaming.
Homestead Dreaming is in the chat tonight. Great example. And there's more. I have an idea that Mom Aziz is going to be another showcase to look at here. I've been hearing rumors that I need to go look at that channel, and I have not gotten to it yet. So if her name comes up, she's in trouble. We'll get her then.
I'm 60 and now I have homework. Yeah. Oh, that's me. Yes, Kira, that's you.
All right. Money Pit Homestead. Look at the playlist. Says favorite. This scares me. It's got There's 110 videos in here. What's going on? Let's go look. Oh my. I'll tell you what's going on. Do you know what a nice job you do when you go in, and I can say this now because ours isn't here, so they obviously have not liked this video. You have not given us a thumbs up. Money Pit Homestead. When you click that thumbs up, it automatically adds that video into this list. So, all I'm getting at here is it's fine to have this list, but make it private. Make it so nobody can see it but you. Make this a private playlist. And then that way nobody can say, oh, I feel very slighted because you did not give me a thumbs up when you were on our video. See, I would have caught you. I would have said, well, thank you very much.
It says I have too.
Oh, you have, huh? Well, it's not showing that way.
Well, just go on next.
All right. Videos. Let's take a peek here at your thumbnails. Okay, I'll give you a great B to B plus on your thumbnails. You've got some here that are hurting you, and it's not for any one particular thing. But just for example, this one is too dark, so that's could be very tough to fix, but this one's too dark. I'm not sure what's going on with this. I don't know what. Can the Kubota L3800 tractor get what Lisa wants? I can't tell what's going on with the thumbnail. This one's kind of cute. I would tend to be zoomed in a little bit more with the youngster just hanging by a thread there, going upside down into the whatever area is getting into here. This is done with a cell phone in the portrait mode. Not good. Cell phone portrait mode, not good. Another one where the lighting is not good. Now let's look at the good ones. Good picture. Good facial expression. I don't know why you're looking up here, but it could be praying for more views. It could be just waiting for it to rain. I don't know, but again, good expression. I already mentioned this one. I like this one. I'd zoom in a little closer, but I like this one. Again, good facial expressions. Good facial expressions. Great. She's got a great smile and looks like you're getting ready to sneeze here or something. Great facial expressions. Good job. Good job. Let's look at your home page. Your trailer video is 41 seconds in length. Great job. And you just have the uploads. Now you've got, and how many videos do you have here? You don't have a tremendous number. There's 18, 19, 20. All right. So you're still acquiring content. And I would, just go ahead and get some more content. Once you start getting up, say, 30, 35 to 50, then start considering redoing this front page. And, of course, the primary key to this is to create some playlists, group some of your videos together that have like subjects, and create playlists. Give them a good description on that playlist, and you can feature those playlists on this front page. So Money Pit Homestead, that's where I'm at with you. If you want some help on that banner or on anything else on your channel, you've got my email. We've been in contact. So there you go. All right, let's go spin the wheel here. The Hillside Homestead.
Did that one.
You have already been chosen tonight. So if you are out on the road somewhere away from your house, be sure you stop at the local gas station on your way home and get yourself a $1 lottery ticket. You should hit. After all, you were picked twice here. Look at this. I guess we were destined to do Money Pit Homestead.
Yep.
All right. Sonny's Place. Yep, that's where it stopped.
Yep.
Sonny's Place, 348 subscribers, 47 videos. Let's go take a peek at this channel. Nice banner, easy to read. I would hope that by now already it would be up to 350 subscribers, but that's just a personal little thing here. They have a 4-minute and 44-second video in the trailer position here, which is a bit on the long side. We'll just mention that. And when I say that, it's just because of the nature of what the trailer is. I'm not saying go delete this. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm also, please, everybody keep in mind, no matter what we say here, there are going to be people that do absolutely 100% the opposite of what's been quote-unquote proven.
Yeah, and I'm fairly certain there's two channels in here that probably haven't given Sonny's Place some love. It only takes 2 to get her up to 350.
So let's jump back to the About page and see the description on Sonny's Place.
A Wedded Life. I am putting the link up on the screen right now. It says Stream Elements. Click on that form. Click on that link. It'll take you to a form. Put in your channel name. And then scroll down a little bit and hit Enter, Submit. Your name will get on the wheel.
Okay. Sonny's Place is an 11-acre homestead in rural Missouri where a family of 4 is learning how to grow and raise the best food possible. We grow food in our garden space, roughly 40 by 60, that consists of a yucca culture, raised beds. We use succession planting, which allows us to grow loads of food for 3 seasons of the year. We also have an orchard full of apple, peach, cherry, nectarine, plum, pawpaw, and pecan trees. We hope to add fig, mulberry, and hazelnut trees soon. We currently have a mixed flock of 20 chickens and 5 ducks who keep our chickens stocked with delicious, nutritious eggs. The flock consists of 6 Buff Orpingtons, 6 Silver-Laced Wyandottes, 6 Welsumers, and 5 Swedish ducks. We are also handy people and love to build things. When we're not growing food or hanging out with the chickens, you can catch us building things with wood or metal. Follow along as we learn to grow and build our best life. Okay, nice write-up. In some cases, and this is just a general thing, if you come up with more you want to add and you find yourself limited, because there is only so much that they will allow you to put in here. While this is nice information, this is something that it's almost filler. The flock consists of 6 of these and 6 of these and 6 of these.
Sonny's Place, Emma, you are at 352.
Okay, so In other words, this is almost overkill, is all I'm saying. You have links down here to Instagram and to Facebook, and you also have your email address in the proper location. Great job. Playlists, got a couple. Let's just open up a couple here at random and look at this description. Great job. Love to see that. And we'll look at another one here. And again, great job. Take a peek at some of your thumbnails. Okay, now something Sonny's Place has done here, which I think is a neat little thing. It's just one of these little extra things. They have included their logo in the upper left-hand corner of every one of their thumbnails. At least wise out of the past 18. It's on every one of them. They have done their verbiage on the thumbnail with highly contrasting colors to make it easy to read. They've gotten pretty close here on the bottom right-hand corner a couple times, but they've managed to keep it off the thing here. This part 2 is almost behind the time. Down here, the sandwiches is just trying to get behind that, but you've kept it out, and great job. Great job. Good facial expressions, good clear pictures. Yeah, nice job. Nice job. Let's check out your homepage here. There's your default uploads container, and you've added a playlist, Homestead DIY projects, a second one, what we're growing in 2020, and a third one, staying busy on the homestead, and another one, and another one, and another one, and great job. You fill up that page nicely. Now, what you could consider doing, not saying to do it, not saying not to do it, this uploads container, you can reposition it. I would strongly consider, this is me, I would strongly consider moving it down toward the bottom, if not the bottom, and feature my playlist up on top. If I even left it on the page, I could also delete it. So that's something else to think about. Sonny's Place, thank you for being here. I certainly hope that you agreed with some of the things we saw, and we're glad you were here. Sonny's Place. Go check them out. Give them some love. Let's go spin the wheel again. Dutch Off-Grid Homestead. Okay. Dutch Off-Grid Homesteading, 824 subscribers. You are well on your way to that first 1,000. And the lettering on the banner is barely acceptable. It almost blends in. It's a touch hard to read, but it does. We give you a pass. Let's do it that way. I don't see a trailer video here, Dutch. Paul, I don't see a trailer video. I'm surprised at that. Let's go look at the About page. Hey, I'm Paul, and I live in the Netherlands. Welcome to my channel about doing as much as possible yourself at home. I don't live in the country. I live in the city. I bought the house where I live in. I have a small garden from 15 by 20 meters, which he has converted for you to 49 by 65 and a half feet. Year 2020, I like to do more DIY vlogs once a month or more with gardening. A new idea I have is to do something like raised beds on top of the roof of my garage and kitchen, and animals and projects in and around my homestead. That's why I started with vlogging, so we can learn from each other, and not only in my country.
Thank you, Grandpa's Farm.
But worldwide these days possible because of the internet and YouTube. Maybe we could build a worldwide community. Please subscribe and put a thumbs up. It will help my channel. And wait a minute, I'm sorry, I got off to the side here. And we could build a worldwide community. Please subscribe, put a thumb up. It will really help my channel. And if you like my vlogs, hit the bell for notifications for future vlogs. See you soon. Every Friday at 3:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, a live stream. Laters. Okay. And I feel I have to make a special notation here just for some of you in the chat. Obviously, Paul is from the Netherlands. English is not his primary language. I feel, this is my belief, that it's perfectly acceptable for us to read his description and not pick on any what will be the term, grammatical inconsistencies that we were raised with here in the States, because, like I said, this is not his first language.
That's right.
I certainly applaud him for doing this. And actually, I find it very interesting in a very, very unique way when he has perhaps sounded out some words that we take for granted. For example, I'm Paul. I live in the Netherlands. Welcome to my channel. WELKOM. I just love it. I can understand what he means, and I would certainly never ever criticize him for not using the welcome spelled out as we would typically see here in the States. To me, this just adds some of the sense of a worldwide community. Great job. Got his email address here, links to Facebook, Instagram, and PayPal as well. Has a few playlists. Let's see if he has added descriptions here. And he has. It's a short description, but there is a description. And another short description. Okay, and his thumbnails. You know, we pretty much say the same thing about thumbnails all the time. He has added, not on every one of them, but he has a high number of these thumbnails where he's added a little something extra by putting a gold or light orange border around the thumbnail, which is a little bit different technique, makes it easily identifiable that he put it up. Paul just used some caution on your verbiage in the thumbnail, that you keep it big enough people can read it. There are a high number of people that they live off their phones, and they're going to try to see these on their phones. They're not going to be able to read what it says. If they can't read what it says, if the content of the picture is not clear enough to entice them to click on it, you've perhaps not only lost a viewer, maybe you've lost a subscriber. And maybe they have lost because you have such great content. So just overall, good job. Check out your homepage. You have the uploads container. You just simply switched it around. I would go ahead and I would add one of your playlists up here on the front. Just to kind of become familiar with how you can modify things. And let's talk about something else too. Nobody says you have to maintain the same banner all the time. You could change it with the seasons. You could change it with the months.
The orange border is because our national color is orange. Well, how cool. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that is neat.
All right. So, Dutch off-grid homesteading. Well, we had a super chat, did we not?
Yes.
And that was who? Grandpa's Place?
Yes.
Then Grandpa's Place is next.
The $6 was for a mask. Grandpa's Farm. Email us at twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. I will need your address, and if you have a specific color or possibly a design you want your mask out of.
Okay, Grandpa's Place. We're a little bit familiar with this channel. We've had them on a Monday Night Live show a while back. At that time, he was in Alaska. And he's now in Ohio. Go figure. In between that time and this time, he's been out sailing. So he travels a lot. I think he lived on a boat for a while. And
are you in southern Ohio? Is he in southern Ohio?
I think he's in Lancaster area. Lancaster area.
Okay, so like 2 hours from us.
All right. Good looking banner, easy to read. The graphics are nicely done. Has a trailer video here that's 1 minute and 35 seconds long, so it's an ideal length. Let's go look at the About page. Okay, and I get to take issue here a little bit. Description reads as follows. Grandpa's Place is dedicated to handing down the knowledge of outdoor life, covering bushcraft, woodcraft, hunting, tracking, trapping, camping, primitive skills, preparedness, and homesteading. These are the things that were handed down to me from my father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and older scoutmasters in Boy Scouts, as well as the things I wish to hand down to the next generation. So come along and let's learn some of those forgotten skills. You've kind of touched on the rule here where you've made the paragraph a little bit on the long side. I think it would behoove you to make this a little more interesting, a little bit easier to read, and perhaps add some information like, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you're thinking you're still in here. I'm pretty sure that you are in Ohio at this point, and you might put this in here that that we're located in Ohio, whatever growing zone. You can maybe touch on some of these.
Grandpa's Farm is saying not my channel. You have Grandpa's Place brought up, not Grandpa's Farm.
I am sorry.
Which is why he's saying that.
My total mistake. Well, that's what I get for not getting to it quick enough. Not on his page. Prepare Christian. All right, Prepare Christian. I follow you here. The chat had gone down, and I had Grandpa's
Farm.
All right, let's go find Grandpa's Farm. Grandpa's Farm. Oh, okay, good. This will be a real good one. 1,185 videos. Look at the very interesting banner here. Okay. Grandpa's Farm. I'm going to guess that's soap. Mm-hmm. I'm going to guess that's soap. A 10-second channel trailer. That's pretty quick. Place you are always welcome. That's definitely short and sweet. Okay. All right. We'll come back to your homepage here. Let's go to the about. The description reads as follows: rebuilding a life after a hard, life-changing event. Returning to my roots to improve health and to help my family, who I was apart from for way too long. I'm starting with just $1,000 and rebuilding everything: income, home, land, family, etc. Live streams every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Email address is here, and you just have a link to Patreon. All right, I'm going to stop right here, and I want to talk a little bit about your page here. There's a couple things I'm not seeing here. I'm not seeing your subscription numbers. I'm not seeing things that one typically expects to see. Now, I know, because we've been engaged in this discussion with people from time to time for years. They say, "Oh, I don't want to show how many subscribers I have because they sometimes can cop to the attitude, it's nobody's business how many subscribers I have." They can say, it doesn't mean anything. Maybe it doesn't. There's all kinds of things. But the bottom line is, the largest percentage of YouTube channels do show it. And the general perception, if you don't show it, people think, what are you hiding? So that's the biggest thing. What are you hiding? I would certainly get that switched around and just be somewhat more open. I would add a little bit to your description here. I would add a general location. You certainly don't, I'm not saying to go into, you have stated, a hard life-changing event. Well, that certainly leads to questions. If you don't want the questions, perhaps that's not the place to put it. But one of the questions will come to mind. Okay, that could involve a divorce. That could involve a natural disaster. That could involve depending upon where you're at, maybe a forest fire. Maybe, see, you've thrown this tidbit out here, like you're fishing, but nobody knows what you're fishing for. So what you're saying here is very interesting. Okay, I'm starting with just $1,000, rebuilding everything, but it doesn't say what all was gone. So I think I would be very inclined to expound on this a little bit, to build it up a little more. I would strongly consider putting your general location, like where you might be located, whether it be in the Carolinas or a southern state, or perhaps Wisconsin or New York or Maine or who knows where. I don't know, because you're not telling me. I would also put down on here, you have the term farm, but in this description, it doesn't really say anything about farm. So is this a big farm? Is this a little farm? Is this a hobby farm? Is there livestock? There's so many things you could put here. Let's go see what we have in the way of playlist. All right, you have got well, I can answer some of those questions now, just because I've gone to playlists. So when I had Grandpa's place up earlier, I wasn't far off, because that's a separate channel from here. It's our same friend. There's got a lot of playlists. Oh, this is quite the playlist. Grandpa's Farm: How I Fed Myself for a Whole Year on Just $250,000. That should be an interesting playlist. Okay. So everything I started talking about when I said, oh, I had the wrong channel, as everybody pointed out so kindly to me, I had the wrong channel, but I had the right guy. I find that very interesting. So I don't know why some of this stuff isn't shown. Tremendous number of playlists, tremendous number of videos, very smart individual. And I can tell you right now, he's got a lot to share with folks. He's very he's very computer literate. If I'm not mistaken, he does a bit of playing with I'm going to use the term non-standard operating systems. So let's go look at some of his videos. And so he's not subscribed to the text on the thumbnails anywhere in the past 18 videos. Just good, clear pictures, and lets the title speak for itself. Okay, now we get to pick on his front page here. Uploads that standard container, and then he has just used creative playlists, which encompasses all of his playlists, and he's got so many, it's not fair. He's got what? It's 18, 27, 30 playlists. So individualize those on the front page here. That way any description from those playlists also show up. And of course you can seasonably rotate them around, see what does best for you. So Grandpa's Farm, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, even though you almost pulled the wool over my eyes here until I got a little deeper. But I know who you are. We got you. Grandpa's Farm, thank you for being here. You've got our email. Stay in touch, my friend. All right. Another spin here on the wheel. Grandpa's Farm, not a thumbnail fan. I understand what you're saying, but unfortunately, that's the first thing people see. Highland Homestead, we did that, did we not?
Yes.
All right, here we go. The Prepared Christian.
Ohio in the house.
And Grandpa's Farm was. So, yeah, Ohio's well represented. The Prepared Christian. 323 subscribers, 35 videos. Let's go take a peek here. Now, we've met this gentleman at Lehman's here in Ohio. Interesting banner. It has done this in a picture collage with the title name being duly centered in here. So nicely done. And because of the way he's done this, it degrades well. I don't know if somebody has a phone, they could perhaps enlighten me on this. But on a phone, it's going to get cut off somewhere right in this area, and I don't know if it's exactly where those pictures end or not. I don't know if he went to that amount of trouble, but nicely done. Got a 57-second channel trailer. And let's go look at, all right, I'm just putting dots on the page. Let's go look at the channel description. We live on 30 acres in western Ohio. That is part of the original homestead my family started in 1866. The area was originally Swiss Mennonite, and those values are still prominent in the area today. The house was built by my great-great-grandfather. The farm and outbuildings have been neglected for at least 50 years, so we have a lot of work ahead of us. We garden, raise chickens, and have been growing and selecting a variety of Indian corn for 20 years. I'm going to offer as much value as possible in the areas of prepping, survival, homesteading, hunting, trapping, and maybe even Christian doctrine. Follow along as we try to remake our homestead into a thriving place where we can help others in need. Hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss anything and become part of our community. Email address is properly here. It has a PayPal tip jar. Follow us on Facebook, Amazon, and The Prepared Christian, which is probably a website. Let's go look. Yes. So let's see what you got in the way of playlists. Got a couple. And we're going to check and see if there are descriptions, and there is. And we'll just grab another one here at random. And again, has a description. Moving on to thumbnails. All right. Well, we're seeing a wide selection of different styles in the thumbnails tonight. Okay, there's one video that stands out in here, and that's just because it's different from everything else. I like what you've done. You've made the verbiage very, very easy to read. The black text on top of the bright green bar or square is great. It stands out, easy to read. The text is large enough. In some cases, you've got it scrolling right across the subject, if you would, the individual in the picture. In other cases, it's off to the side. I think you've utilized a good choice of editorial use on creating these videos. I'm curious, I have to ask, there's 5 tips. That's so radically different from all the rest. Was that a mistake, or did you just throw that out there? Anyway, good job on these. Good clear pictures. All right, let's go look at your homepage. And we have a playlist up here first. And, of course, the description right here for that playlist. Then you put the uploads container. Then another playlist. Again, it shows the description. Another playlist showing the description. Another playlist showing the description. And again. So nicely done. Prepared Christian. 324 subscribers. What was it? 11 acres? Is that what it was? 30 acres. 30 acres in western Ohio. Know the history. All right. Well, folks, it is a little after 7 o'clock. So having said that, it'd be time for us to go. Other channels are coming on to be doing their live streams and stuff. Let's see who all we have tonight. We have Copper Kettles.
Garden for Cheap is on right now. I don't know if Alderman Farms does there or not. David's in the live stream right now. I think he comes on. No, his is 8 p.m. Sorry. Broussard is at 9. Copper Kettle is at 9. Yeah.
So
right now is Garden for Cheap. That much I know.
So we got a few live streams tonight to select from, and if you're really good, you can watch more than one at the same time. That always gets exciting. Little Farmer's Farm, where are you located in England? Little Farmer's Farm, thank you for stopping in. We always enjoy.
Oh, Green Dream is at 8. Thank you. I don't even think I have that on there, Shayla, so thank you. Green Dream is at 8. Nope, I don't. I will add them. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you everybody for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, if you want to become a member of Smudges Peoples, just click that join button down below. Helps us out tremendously. Next Monday night. Oh, do we have a great guest for you next Monday night. Pine Knot Family Farm out of Arkansas will be with us.
They have property and the buildings, what they have. Some of you will make you drool. Does for me.
Yeah, they have a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful. So, next Monday night, be sure to check us out on Monday Night Live. Thank you all for being here tonight. Remember, twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. Any questions, anything we went over you're not sure about, want to chat a little more about, send us an email. We will get back with you. Everybody take care. Have a great evening. And we will see you somewhere in a YouTube live stream. Take care. Bye-bye.
Night, folks.